Throughout the explosive development during the 1920s land boom, Sarasota's financial well-being was closely linked to snowbirds. Once that land boom fizzled and the Great Depression took its toll, Sarasota felt the need for a modern, multi-purpose beach casino to help lure more of the visitors back to the area. After all, tourists spent money, and some eventually invest or move to the area permanently. However, at this time the city's coffers were empty, taxes almost uncollectible, and even the most basic public improvements awaited funding. Yet, Sarasota had a dynamic Chamber of Commerce headed by Roger Flory and an energetic mayor, Vermin Kimbrough. They appointed Carl Bickle, the United Press International chief, to be chairman of the Municipal Beach Committee, and the two groups worked with the City Council to find a way to acquire the 1,300-foot stretch of Lido Beach that was then owned by the estate of the late John Ringling. Back taxes were owed, and an agreement was reached whereas the property would be deeded to the city in exchange for $35,000, a sum that would immediately be paid back to the city for the delinquent taxes. Next, Albert Moore Sachs produced a tentative plan for a Hawaiian-style casino called Sarasance. Yet, in the end, local architect Ralph Twitchell was commissioned to build an ultra-modern beach casino. He is considered to be the father of the Sarasota School of Architecture. When Twitchell's plans were completed, the City Council prepared a request for the Works Progress Administration, President Franklin D. Roosevelt's program to deal with the vast unemployment generated by the Great Depression. After government approval of the project, work began in 1939, bringing much-needed employment to Sarasota. Upon completion, opening day brought a crowd of thousands on May 23, 1940, to see the $250,000 Lido Beach Municipal Casino in its sparkling glory. The official opening was December 28th, and the Sarasota Herald Tribune showed throngs of people at play, diving off the high board, enjoying the view from the second-floor terrace, children splashing in the wading pool, all quite a difference from the glum of the Depression and European war news. Nationally known band leader Rudy Bundy with his famous radio orchestra was hired to open the casino ballroom. Dressed in tan slacks, brown double-breasted blazers, and brown and white wingtip shoes, the 12-piece ensemble, led by Bundy's sizzling clarinet, belted out swing-era standards. Everyone who was anyone was there that dazzling night.
I'm having fun in Sarasota with the sun and the sand and the sea.
Though the exterior of the Lido Casino was overwhelmingly modern, other styles of the many areas to socialize varied. The Castaways Bar was one of the most popular spots in the complex. It was decorated to resemble a sailing ship wrecked on a tropical island. Pieces of the ship, its cargo, and native materials were displayed to give the appearance of a surviving nobleman's quarters. The Sunset Room, the main dining area, was said to be stunning and startling in its brilliance and color harmony. It was accentuated with white bamboo, white satin wall draperies, wrought iron chairs covered with cherry red fabric, and thick carpet throughout. On the Gulf side, sliding windows disappeared into the wall, leaving an unobstructed view of the matchless Gulf sunsets and pounding waters of the Gulf. There were carpeted areas at each end of the ballroom. At one end, the Coquina Grill served liquor and light meals during dances. At the other end, the Casa Marina Lounge was used for relaxation or private luncheons. Count Nicholas, a true showman and ringmaster for the Ringling Brothers Circus, greeted guests graciously as the maitre d'. All the latest equipment for the kitchen was purchased, and chefs were hired who specialized in French, Italian, and Chinese cuisine. The Bather's Grill was a casual eatery near the south end of the pool. It offered fast food in a gay and fiesta-colored atmosphere where one may dine in informality. A sound system was installed in all of the rooms with speakers on the 4 towers so that programs and announcements could be carried throughout the complex. This was especially useful for the many swim meets, beauty pageants, volleyball, and gymnast performances that were mainstays over the years. This recreational oasis was a haven for tourists and residents for 29 years. It was a romantic symbol of a lifestyle that was ideal for Sarasota. Most people remember their good times there by a photo showing one of the massive seahorses as their posing prop. Starlets and models also took advantage of the ever-present treasured icon of the casino. By the late 1960s, the casino was not keeping pace with the plush atmosphere which was beginning to penetrate Lido Key. The maintenance costs, loss of expensive shoreline, and lack of profitable revenues grew into a management and public relations headache. Though many proposals were offered to restore it to its splendor, eventually in 1969 it was razed to make way for a new, more modern pavilion. The original pool survived and has been restored. The current Lido Pavilion has again become a haven for visitors and residents of Sarasota. The charm of this beautiful beach will live on, as do the fond memories of a dream that came true once upon a time.
I'm having fun in Sarasota with the sun.